What up? What up? Yo, it's your boy CJ. Welcome back to Create Live with CJ. This time we got breaking news. We got CapCut. We got TikTok. We got Lemon8 banned. It is officially here. We're gonna do a live reaction show. It's like 7 in the morning here on the East Coast. It is January 19th. Good morning, Coach Ruby. I see you in the chat. What's up? What's up? Listen, we're here for an historic moment, right? We're here for something historic. Like this is never ever taken place before, right? Like, first of all, social media hasn't been around this long for this to ever have happened. By the way, I see you guys watching on Instagram. Jump on YouTube. Yeah, we're up. We got the live reaction show because this is humongous, right? This is something that we need to sit there and like break down. If you guys have questions, comments, thoughts, feelings, I want it all. I want all the feelings. I want all of it. Okay, TikTok this morning, as of really midnight Eastern time, January 19th, has been banned. Not only TikTok, that was just the beginning, right? That was just the beginning. A lot of people were like, okay, they knew it was coming. A lot of people weren't happy about it, hoping that there was going to be a lot of interventions and things like that. But then it was like a surprise to some people. It was a surprise that CapCut was affected too. It was a surprise to some people that Lemon8 was affected too, right? No, like what is going on? All right, so let's just break it down. Let's just go back a little bit, okay? Let's break it down a little bit. Let's go backwards. So right now, okay, with this whole thing with TikTok, CapCut, and Lemon8, let's just go back to the beginning. Why is this even happening? Why is this even an issue, right? Well, this is an issue first off because we have the United States government who is basically saying, hey, we believe that the Chinese government can subpoena information, and which is probably true, right? Subpoena information from ByteDance, the company who owns these platforms at any time. They feel like it is a security risk to U.S. citizens. All right, simple format. Probably a lot of people have heard that, so I'm not going to reiterate it. Like that's high level, right? So they believe it's a security risk. So here's the deal. They've given, ByteDance, this company, multiple opportunities to sell to a US owner, right? They feel like, hey, if it's gonna we want TikTok to be here, we want these platforms to be here, but we don't want to do it at the, sacrifice of, our citizens' information, right? So here's the deal. If you guys remember back in like 2020, 2021, the president at the time, Donald Trump, was like, hey, he was against TikTok. It definitely, kind of like a lot of bad mouthing it, saying, hey, China this, China that. It was always like these jokes about it, but it was also anti TikTok, right? So, long story short, going forward, the current president, who's not about to be not president here in the United States tomorrow, Joe Biden, literally has been, hey, the same conversation's been going on. We need to protect our U.S. citizens. We need this data to get, to be safe. We need a U.S. owner. So government is definitely behind it 100%. And it's not just so it's not just the president versus, there's still a lot of people. It's on both sides of the aisle, Republicans, Democrats, you got independents. A lot of people feel like it's a security risk. This is not just a one man decision. So let's just make that clear. But at the top, there is favoritism, right? Where now it seems like for popular opinion that Donald Trump, maybe, he's coming back into presidency and maybe he was saying a few things that were getting people a little excited. Like, oh, he's going to save TikTok. Donald Trump is going to save TikTok. Well, wait a second. Do you guys have, first of all, let's just think about it. He already has opposed this in the past. He's already opposed TikTok. He's already said things about China, and you already know how his feelings are about China taking over stuff and protecting, the U.S. citizens from the China takeover of the world, right? That's in some of his own words. So you really think that tomorrow morning he's just gonna boom, first thing he's gonna do, let's save TikTok? I don't know. I would be shocked. I would be shocked. Put it like that. Put it on record. CJ would be shocked if tomorrow, right after the inauguration, there's an executive order from Donald Trump to save TikTok. Oh, cool. I would be shocked. Okay, I would just be shocked. Let me just put it out there. So if you think that's going to happen and it happens, you're right. But I'm telling you right now on record, I don't see that happening. I can see this being drawn out where, it's a thing where he's going to leverage it. He still wants TikTok. Obviously, everybody, it's too much money involved with TikTok. It's too much of a platform. It's really gonna be something popular to help his ratings, if you will, the government's rating or government's approvals ratings, if he is able to come in and get a deal done, right? It is going to help. It is going to help. So let me get that clear. It's not like I don't think he don't doesn't want it there, but I do believe that it's going to be something that he's going to have to leverage, right? He's going to have to leverage to get somebody he's in favor of owning TikTok. Because here's the thing: the government, yeah, they want someone in the U.S. to own TikTok. Totally, totally understand that. But think about it they, when it comes to power, we already talked about with government. People want who they want in charge. So why would they not take this opportunity to get one of their friends or buddies or somebody who they're friendly with in charge? Can Elon, you know what I'm saying? Can Elon own another platform? First of all, that should not be allowed. It should be totally illegal. You should not be able to own all these platforms. Elon owns too much. But I'm just saying, what if Trump is like, hey, you know what? Let's force this sale, to Elon, right? You know what I'm saying? Like that would probably be he probably wouldn't have a problem with it, right? But I'm just giving you an example how the U.S. government, how the incoming president, how these things can be leveraged, where they're saying, "Hey, TikTok is going to be sold. We want it sold to this person. We want it sold to this organization or group of people, right?" So now there are rumors, just so you know, there are rumors of who TikTok can be sold to. So let's just get into that. There are some rumors out there, right? So if you guys know Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, he's one of the people that's rumored to be in a group of people that are leveraging to buy TikTok. It is not like a surprise out there. It's not something where I'm just making it up. Like if you Google it, and matter of fact, I will pull it up here on the screen for you right now, so you can actually see. Let's pull it up so you guys can see the rumors of Kevin O'Leary buying TikTok. By the way, good morning. Good morning. I see you guys in the chat this morning. Good morning. If you have any questions, anything, just tap in with us. So if you guys will see here on the screen, you got these billionaire investors, Elon Musk, Kevin O'Leary, and more, try to buy TikTok. Here you go. Kevin O'Leary say he's offering $20 billion cash for TikTok. $20 billion. $20 billion. Okay. This is it's supposedly in the here's the Kevin O'Leary puts up $20 billion TikTok cash offer on the table. Come on now. That's what we're talking about. That's the type of you want to talk about crazy investment. But think about how powerful TikTok is, and it wasn't even just around just a few years ago. Think about it. 5 years ago, we didn't even know what a TikTok was, and it is now being rumored to have been offered. I shouldn't even say it's rumored because it's so funny. I was at a conference last week, Aspire Tour. Shout out to the Aspire Tour. They gave us free tickets to give out to the people here in Atlanta last week. Kevin O'Leary, literally, there's videos out there of him speaking about the offer, what he would do with TikTok, his plans for TikTok, right? So this is all out there. This is the kind of stuff that is going on behind the scenes. It's a big, big power play, right? Huge power play, not only in influence, but also in money and revenue, because there's a big investment when it comes to TikTok, right? It's a big investment, but they know this the returns of it is if you're gonna spend 20 billion in it, trust me. There's one thing I know about Kevin O'Leary. He doesn't lose his money. He doesn't lose his money. He does not make bad investments. Mr. Wonderful does not. Just remember, look, you can have watched Shark Tank the last 15, 20 years and you understand that. You understand his characteristics. You understand the people that are invested in this. You know that it is a good investment. So now let's just go back for another second. So we talked about some of the rumors that's happening around who's going to buy it, etc. Let's talk about the rollout. Even I shouldn't say rollout, but the rollback of TikTok. Before it happened, like last night. By the way, I was supposed to happen around midnight, and I think it happened around 10 p.m. Eastern. There were a lot of people who was like, "Oh man, CJ," I was getting so many messages like, "Hey, I can't even get nothing on my TikTok. It's already gone. They close it early." Like I could show you some text messages of people who, yeah, I'm not gonna name them out, but just know, I understand. There's a lot of y'all that have your feelings hurt about TikTok. Me personally, what's my feelings? It doesn't bother me at all. Let me just say that. Do I like TikTok? Yes, I like TikTok. You'll say, do I love TikTok? Mm, I guess, like I would say this. I'm on TikTok. I'm a person who will consume it irregularly. I'm not on TikTok every single day. I can go on TikTok one day and I'll spend 2 hours on it. I can go 5 days, 6 days, and not even be on TikTok. But when I'm on it, I enjoy it, right? But I understand the people who leverage it as their number one platform. I understand the people who make money from TikTok. I understand how you're saying, man, this is the way I make a living and it's hurting me. I understand all that, right? I understand. But for me, it doesn't bother me. And the number one reason it doesn't bother me is because you never want to lean in to leveraging the platform as your only safe haven for you being a creator. And for it's like when my friend said, Abriana, shout out Abriana, she told me the other day, she heard from someone else, I believe. It's not the platform, it's the creator, right? It is the creator. No matter where I have to put this content, that's where I'm going to be, right? Wherever I put the content is where I'm going to make my what's the word I'm looking for? Wherever I put my content is where my audience is going to be, where my community is going to be pulled from. That's where it is. It's about the creator. It is about you. It's not about the platform. So if Instagram, which is my favorite platform, to be honest with you, um, if Instagram was to go down and they, for whatever reason, Meta, just totally unraveled and it was just gone, it's not going to break me. Yes, I'm going to be hurt by it, just like a lot of people are hurt by TikTok, but you move on. Like, it is one of those things where, okay, cool, I'm going to come to YouTube, I'm going to go to fan base, I'm going to go to other platforms that we're going to talk about here in a little bit. There are always other options, and the number one thing is, if you watch my show, I've told you, and I've talked about it here before, social media is, first of all, social media is not free. So that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother conversation. We talk about that all the time. Social media is not free. There's investment, there's time, there's value you have to give to it. You have to pay to play. There's a lot of things with social media we can break down if you want on another time. But when it comes to social media, is never going to stay the same. So whatever you think is what it is now, think about it. Look how fast it has evolved over the last 10 years. 5 years from now, it's going to be totally different. There's going to be different platforms. It's going to be, TikTok came out of nowhere. I think people need to remember that. TikTok came out of nowhere. 5 years ago, you didn't even know what TikTok meant. You were like, TikTok, like, what kind of rhyme is that? What are you doing, right? So you have to understand that when it comes to these platforms, don't be too overly invested. It's more important for you as a creator to leverage them, or to collecting that data, to start collecting their emails and phone numbers and things like that over time. That's why things like ManyChat are super, super popular. That's why, like, CRMs, like Automate Your Hustle and stuff with AI and different things that you can do to collect data of your customers and subscribers, or I should say even your audience. That's why those are things that are so important. That's why with digital marketing, every digital marketer, any good one, is going to tell you it's about the collection of data. It's about the collection of data. And I'll say it one more time. It's about the collection of data. I'm on my Dr. Umar this morning. Uh, so Jabari says, and it shouldn't be one platform. As a content creator, you have to diversify your social media avenues. You should not have all your eggs in one basket. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more, brother. It is totally about diversifying your platform, and what we call that is being omni-channel, right? You want to be omni-channel. So once you're omni-channel, what that means is that you are available multiple places, and people can recognize you and recognize your brand everywhere. They can collect your brand wherever they are, whether they're on Pinterest, whether they're on YouTube, whether they're on Instagram, whether they're on a fan base, whether they're on TikTok, or whether they're on, man, I don't even know. Like, I can keep going on other apps. What, Lemon8? Well, that's banned right now. But you get what I'm saying. Like, no matter where they are, YouTube, X, these places are, just different communities for all of it, right? And on top of that, sometimes it's redundancy. Sometimes it's okay. A lot of people are like, well, I already posted on Instagram. That means not posting on X. If I already posted on TikTok, I'm not going to post on YouTube. No, there's different people consume things differently, different places. There are people literally on this YouTube live that will watch this YouTube live, that will watch this replay, that follow me on Instagram that won't even see it on Instagram, or that might not engage with it on Instagram because they're on YouTube more, or because they have YouTube connected to their TV at home and they stream it at home, and they don't usually be on their phone, but they like watching things on TV streamed on their Xbox or their, their what do you call it? The what stick is that? You know what I'm talking about? What stick is it? Like the y'all. I don't know, brain freeze. Oh my god. Whatever stick that is that goes to the TV. Somebody in the chat help me out. What stick? Y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so here's the deal. There's all these different platforms. You want to leverage them all, right? Uh let's see. That was my dot. So let me do this. Let me share. This is the thing I wanted to do because we've been going in. Bro, when I tell you we've been going in these 16 minutes, we are on fire this morning. Good morning. It's 7 a.m. in the morning. If you're watching live, shout out to you. Leave something in the comments. Leave a question. Leave anything. I definitely respond to it on screen. You have feelings about what's going on? You have feelings? Drop it. You have questions? Drop it. You have a statement? Drop it. Whatever. 'Cause I got a few more things I definitely want to break down about this. All right, cool. So before the ban happened, this is what we got, a video from the head of TikTok.
We have been fighting to protect the constitutional right to free speech for the more than 170 million Americans who use our platform every day to connect, create, discover, and achieve their dreams. On behalf of everyone at TikTok and all our users across the country, I want to thank President Trump for his commitment to work with us to find a solution that keeps TikTok available in the United States. This is a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. As we've said, TikTok is a place where people can create communities, discover new interests, and express themselves, including over 7 million American businesses who earn a living and gain new customers using our platform. We are grateful and pleased to have the support of a president who truly understands our platform, one who has used TikTok to express his own thoughts and perspectives, connecting with the world and generating more than 60 billion views of his content in the process. To all American users, thank you for making our TikTok community such a rich and vibrant space, for surprising and delighting us every day. Rest assured, we will do everything in our power to ensure our platform thrives as your online home for limitless creativity and discovery, as well as a source of inspiration and joy for years to come. Thank you. More to come.
So when we hear this from the head of TikTok, there's a lot of things to unload there, right? There's a lot of things to break down. So let's play it back because there's some things in there he's being truthful about. A lot of it's probably being truthful, but there's shades of gray as with everything, right? So let's go back and again, this is the head of TikTok. Let's go ahead and play it back.
Hi everyone, it's Show here. As you know, we have been fighting to protect the constitutional right to free speech.
Okay, free speech, right? So to say, yeah, so it's a leverage play, right? Because yes, here in the United States, we know that there is a thing called free speech and such, but TikTok in this case, they're trying to spin it, right? Free speech on social media is not really what you think it is, because yes, you can say things and you can be yourself and create things on these social media platforms, but you can't just say whatever you want. You can't just get away with whatever you want. There are rules and regulations with anything in any society, and that includes social media. So don't try to play, that, oh well, try to protect your free speech. They're leaning into your emotions at that point, right? They're trying to say, okay, yeah, we're on your side. You can post most things that you can on TikTok, on Instagram. Now, a lot of people will argue and say, well, the algorithm for TikTok is better than Instagram and this and that. No, I will say this. I feel like TikTok was a playground and more of a free box for creators because you didn't feel boxed in. Like with Instagram, people had to work. Think about the platform Instagram. It was about being aesthetically pleasing. It was about photos and things like that. The generation of the beginning of the app was about photos and making sure everything looked aesthetically pleasing. And me sitting here eating lunch and all these things, right? Aesthetics on Instagram mattered. That was has how the platform is built. It was built from that, and then yeah, video and reels and all that stuff come over time. But it was always about good looking photos and things looking really, really like great, right? Think about it. That's how you use Instagram in 2016, 17. Dope photos. TikTok came in and is kind of reversed on its head. It was like, be you, be free, do whatever, right? So the content that you consume on TikTok is totally different than on Instagram because of that, because it is a playground, because it is something different, right? So this is one of those things where, you know, uh, oh, hold on. We got some stuff. We got some people in the chat we need to tap in with. So hold on. We got people on Instagram. We got people everywhere. So hold on. Let's pull this up here. We got my boy Greg on Instagram tapping in. So he says, I wake up and CJ on live. CJ always working. He says, this is not a free speech issue. This is a national security issue. Uh 4575 is one is the one that started this whole ban of TikTok. Now he wants to get saved. So basically, President 45 and 47, Trump, right? Now he wants to come save the day. You can't claim free speech on someone's app. They set the rules. It's their playground. This app is not America. Come on, we putting it out there. We breaking it down. We breaking things down, and I love it. I love that, Greg. So let's go back to the video and
More
let's
than
continue watching.
170 million Americans who use our platform every day to connect, create, discover, and achieve their dreams. On behalf of everyone at TikTok and all our users across the country, I want to thank President Trump for his commitment to work with us.
First of all, what's his commitment to work with y'all? When did that start? I'm just wondering. Was it when he wanted to ban TikTok, a couple of years ago? Was it during the race this year when he was running back for presidency? And now in the last few days, he's kind of like, well, let me review the situation. Hmm, interesting. Interesting. Coach Ruby says, yes, Greg is right. Both parties been going back and forth about it. Totally, totally agree. Let's continue.
To find a solution that keeps TikTok available in the United States. This is a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship.
So now they're trying to make it about censorship. How is this about censorship? It's not about censorship. Again, so far you've watched this whole thing from the head of TikTok, right? Or at least the face of it, publicly. Um, why is it that we haven't talked about the main thing yet, which is a security issue? Let's just keep it going, though. Let's just keep it going because you got to give the man time. You got to give the man time to get there, right?
As we've said, TikTok is a place where people can create communities, discover new interests, and express themselves, including over 7 million American businesses who earn a living and gain new customers using our platform.
Okay, totally agree with that. Hell, but here's the thing. Where's my money, TikTok? I've been on the app. No, I'm not gonna make this about me. I'm not gonna make this about me, but it is about me. Like everybody doesn't make money off of TikTok because I can go into proof and I can listen. If y'all want receipts, we can go into the receipts. And there's this whole thing about how certain shades and certain people and all this type of stuff get more of that TikTok money than others. But let's not let's not go there, right? We can't go there because everybody has to be sensitive about TikTok right now, you know. But I'm be honest, the majority of that money is going to a certain community. I'm just gonna leave it like that. And this is my opinion. You can look it up for yourself. I can show you the receipts of people who were complaining for a long time. Like even for me going into the TikTok Creators Club, and a lot of creators on TikTok not too long ago were complaining about I'm not getting my fair share. There's certain people only getting this favoritism, and none of these apps are perfect. This is a new thing, so I'm being hard on TikTok right now, but I'm only being hard because this is what they're saying. A lot of people do make money off TikTok, but it is not the only place that people make money on social media so far. So let's keep going.
We are grateful and pleased to have the support of a president who truly understands our platform.
Okay. Okay. Now you kissing Lou. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it clean because I want this video to be monetized one day. But you feel what I'm saying? Like, really, he understands now. Okay, so maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But I just remember before he didn't.
One who has used TikTok to express his own thoughts and perspectives, connecting with the world, and generating more than 60 billion views of his content.
I would like to know of this 60 billion views, how much of it was positive, negative, or what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just because he got the views doesn't mean it was all good. But again, this goes to the thing. All attention is good attention if that mentality is there.
In the process. To all American users, thank you for making our TikTok community such a rich and vibrant space, for surprising and delighting us every day. Rest assured, we will do everything in our power to ensure our platform thrives as your online home for limitless creativity and discovery.
I totally agree with that. It is like unlimitless, like unlimitless like creativity, discovery. I'll do a lot. You can go viral on TikTok faster than other platforms. At least that used to be the case. You can literally like this freeness, this playground that TikTok is not set in a box. And I did love that about the platform. That was one of my favorite things about the platform. And I'm saying speaking in past tense because it's banned right now. I do believe at some point it'll be back around, or at least some different iteration of it. But that was my favorite thing about it. But let's continue.
As well as a source of inspiration and joy for years to come. Thank you. More to come.
Okay, so we went through that whole thing. We went through that whole video, right? Did he mention anything about security risk? Did he mention anything about the US government is wrong that China government cannot just pull your data whenever they want? Did he say anything like that? He didn't deny anything. He didn't deny anything. So I'm just wondering, okay, do they have a point? Because he didn't really address it. Now, some people gonna say, "Oh well, legally he can't." No, listen, you can literally say TikTok is a safe app. Is one of those things where the government at this point maybe have some misinformation. We want to inform them, educate. No, it's been through trials. It's been proven that at any time China can get that information from ByteDance, right? So he didn't do anything to address all that. So just saying, the government may have something to stand on there. I was thinking the same thing about the 60 billion views. Yeah, 60 billion views for Trump on TikTok. But for one, it's not like it's a great thing. Like maybe it is. Like I said, maybe some people just still believe with that. Hey, all press is good press. Sometimes it's bad press. Sometimes it's good press. Whatever, right? Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's the case, right? And there's leverage in that. But either way, I just wanted to show that. Now, here's on the back end. Here's on the back end of this whole thing. This whole conversation we've been having for 30 minutes. Thank you guys for tuning in live, by the way. If you have any questions, feelings about it, drop it in the comments. We're gonna continue on. So this surprised a lot of people. A lot of people, but CapCut was banned too, right? CapCut was banned. So why was CapCut banned along with TikTok? Well, it's owned by the same company, ByteDance, right? So if you ever been on CapCut, you know that by the way, let me pull up the screen. Yeah. So if you've ever been on CapCut, you know that when you're using it and you're editing and there's videos that populate, you can get a free version of it where it would use a watermark if you didn't put it to TikTok. But if you put it to TikTok, if you posted it on TikTok, I should say, it would be watermark free. That's the whole thing. It was like the seamless integration. You're like, it's a brilliant plan by ByteDance to make two separate apps that people feel two different values from, right? And two different audiences, but like bring them together. But not only that, but they did the same thing with Lemon8, right? They created Lemon8 as a alternative Instagram that primarily focused on photos, right? So it was all this network of bringing things together that made things uh so relative and so powerful to leverage them together. So I see here in the comments, we got something from Coach Ruby. I'm looking forward to other platforms responding to CapCut ban. Yes, I really am too. I am just like you, looking to see what other platforms do, because right now there's an opportunity. Right now there's an opportunity. So I'll be honest. For me, I recently started using CapCut more. Recently, I would say in the last 2 to 4 months, I started using it more. But primarily, most of my time, most of my edits, I would say hell, 80% of the content that you see me put on Instagram, 80% has been edited on InShot. 80% of it. Because for me, I just started using InShot years ago. I paid for the yearly membership. By the way, yearly membership saves money over the month to month. That's what I use. Now, you see it on my phone right here. I use InShot primarily for everything. If there's certain things that I wanted to do that I couldn't do in InShot, I would do it in CapCut. There's certain things I couldn't do in CapCut. Everybody's gonna say, "Well, you can do everything in CapCut." For me, it was not true, because sometimes there's certain things, there's certain ways that I try to do certain videos, and I would just go back to InShot. Long story short, use InShot. It's simple, it's easy. There's a learner curve with everything, by the way. Oh yeah. So this is InShot. I'm gonna tell you right now. So even the video you saw me post the other day, I edited in here. If you follow me on Instagram, the things I do for Ebony Fit Weekend are in here. Look at this. So this right here, I've actually even made videos that for my YouTube channel here on InShot. So yes, I've made. So the longest video I've made on InShot, hell, was about an hour long. An hour long. So don't feel like it can't be something that like you utilize, because I use it. Like, this is from the other day. We were at a Red Bull event in this story. So I use InShot for all this. Another app that I have on my phone. Let's see if there's another app that I would suggest. If you have any other apps that you guys use, put it in the chat. Now, granted, you can always edit. You can always edit on the Instagram Reels as well. If you want an Instagram, but I should say the Instagram app. But I don't listen. I'm friends with Meta. I like, but hey, it crashes a lot. Jabari says, "What our other editing app exists?" Cool question. So I'm going to give you one that, let me pull up here on the screen. So if you see here on the screen, this is Isaac Hayes the third. He's the founder of Fanbase, right? He went on and suggested this app the other day. So let me see if you guys can even hear this. Can you guys hear that? Hopefully you can. So I am familiar with Wondershare, as you see here, but let's just go to the page Wondershare. He's shouting them out. No sound. Okay. So sorry about that. So basically, what he was saying was that, hey, Wondershare is an app that has been around longer than TikTok, and is not longer than TikTok. I apologize. He was saying that Wondershare has been around longer than CapCut, right? So he's saying this app he believes is going to be coming up. So let's just go to it. So he's basically saying, oh, man, hold on, let me bring this to English. Uh, Let me bring this to English. Yeah, for more 14, even more AI videos and clicks. So it looks like it's in multiple languages. So it may be. I wonder who owns this app, but I want this in English. I don't want this. Uh, let's see if I can get this in English. I don't know why it's doing that. I did select English. But here we go. Translate to English. Translate to English. All right. So with this, you looks like there's a free trial that you can get. Go away. I don't want you to pop up right now. I don't like how this pop up is there and it won't go away. This is live, by the way. So if you guys are seeing this, you're seeing it for the first time with me. Uh, I don't like that. Go away, app. I mean, pop up. Jeez. All right, cool. Always translate French. Yes. Okay. So here we are. We're live. All right. So what you're seeing here is Femora 14. Um, I would say, what's the hurt of it as to trying it as an alternative to CapCut? So it's been around longer from what we're hearing from Isaac Hayes the third. He believes it's coming up. He is literally the founder of Fanbase, a social media app. And so somebody like him, a visionary, when he says things and sees things like that ahead of time, I would look into it, right? And he's saying that, hey, everything that CapCut did was kind of like copied from here. So what's the hurt? Why not download it? It looks like you can download it for free on your desktop. You can download it. Looks like for Windows, Mac OS, iOS, Androids, or your iPad. Boom. Let's see what some of the features in here. I mean, I'm just clicking around to see, but it's one of those things that's worth a try. You don't want to try InShot like I've been suggesting. Maybe you try this, right? Um, Wait a second. Let me just make sure you guys are saying no sound for me. You don't hear me, or you don't hear the video. I just want to make sure you you hear me. So Blitz says CapCut was my main. Why us? Why us? Uh Hold on. Let me just make sure before I continue. Can you hear me? I'm gonna keep on going on. But yeah, because when you said no sound, that kind of threw me off. I didn't know if we were referring to the video or if my microphone went out. So that's what I'm just confirming. Uh, okay, you can hear me. Cool, 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 cool. So Blitz is saying that it was his main app. Why? I know, man. I know. But hey, it'll probably be back around. There's a lot going on with that. But be honest with you, let's see. We got Femora polishing videos made easy. You can use an AI short clip generator. Simplify every step of your video editing from processing finalization with the AI. This looks very much like certain things that little characteristics and things I would see not only in CapCut but also in Opus, which is another AI software that formulates things with captions and uses AI technology. Better videos, better storytelling, color, keyframe, or multi-camera editing. Exceptional AI powered technology makes your video stand out. For more, it has it all. Okay, so far sounded really good, right? So far, as an alternative, because I'll be honest. Listen, a lot of the CapCut, a lot of the CapCut apologists may not know there, but let me tell you this: the CapCut apologists, if you ever use the actual desktop version of it, it's trash. Hold on, let me make that clear again, because I don't think the desktop version of CapCut is trash. All right, let's keep it going. I don't care what nobody says. It was trash. For you guys that's tuning in, we're talking about the ban of not only TikTok, CapCut, and Lemon8, but right now we are talking about one of the alternatives that has been brought up, which is Filmora as a way to edit your content, potentially trying it out for a free trial. There's many other apps like InShot. There's so many others that we can go down the list, and I want you guys to interact if you can. Drop it in the chat. Now instead of TikTok, like, yeah, I don't know what you mean by that, Liv, but let me know. Now instead of TikTok, yeah, let me know what you mean by that. So let's keep going down. What else is here? Better video, obviously better visuals, are saying keyframing, auto crops, advanced compression, video schedule. It sounds like you can schedule your videos in here. You know, you can schedule your videos in here. Say it's worth a try, right? It's worth a try. Me personally, I'm gonna give it a try. I mean, this is some cool thumbnails on here. Yeah, for more. Thanks for that shout out. Uh, Anybody else have any apps? Yeah, all these CapCut apologists, right? All these people out here that CapCut is the best. CapCut can do no wrong. Yes, I like CapCut. Actually, I would say I'm. When you say here's the thing. I know that people would be like, What do you mean, CJ? You do you love CapCut because you're acting like it doesn't matter?" No, I don't get too invested in any of these apps that it is going to ruin or break my flow. It doesn't break my creativity. It doesn't mean like, oh man, how am I going to edit now? You got to be diverse as a creator. You got to be diverse as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. You got to be diverse as a person. Like, there's no, hey, this is the way I do stuff and I'll do it this way forever. You got to be able to move. That's not real life. Like, so I don't get broken when one thing goes like, oh man, well, why, how am I? I'm not gonna do content now. Uh, get your ass together, go edit some damn content, and let's just keep this thing rolling. Still create. Ain't nobody got time for that. Your audience, put it like this: you don't want CapCut is gone from right now. Whether it's back 2 hours from now, or 20 days from now, or 2 years from now, it doesn't matter. You have to go out there and create. And whatever platform is out there that you need to learn to keep your content going is what you need to be doing. I don't got time to be sitting here about, oh, this isn't there, this isn't there. I don't care. Your audience doesn't care. What you know what your audience is gonna do? Your audience is gonna go somewhere else if you stop posting. Just saying. While you're figuring out a new platform, repost some old content. There's no time for sitting here worried about the politics of it all, right? I'm breaking it down because I'm making what content from the discussion. I am making content about the discussion right now. So even though I am invested and I'm have feelings and all this stuff, it's okay because I can still make the content from it, but it's not going to stop me. So that's the more thing. I don't want this to stop anybody, and I don't want to hear nobody's excuses about why they haven't posted recently. Well, I, CapCut is gone, and I just didn't know what else to do. I didn't know what other apps to use, and just shows like this. You can ask questions. I'm literally putting it out there. Ask questions. For more InShot. This you go onto the Google Play Store, the Apple Store, the App Store, and figure out another app. You keep it moving. U.S. doesn't want people to be popular. So when you say people, the U.S. doesn't want people to be popular. Um, I don't know if that's true, right? Popularity and pop culture in the United States is big as ever. Like, more stars are created on social media these days than any other platform. So I don't agree with that. Are you saying that because you believe that the TikTok and CapCut ban is to keep people from being popular? Let me know what you mean by that, Blitz. Let me know, because I love conversations like this. But why do you feel like the U.S. doesn't want people to be popular? You can just drop it in the chat. Make sure, by the way, anybody who's watching, subscribe, hit like, drop comments. It helps the channel grow. Let's go because I wanted to go into another thing. I had a couple of slides and I haven't gotten into it because we're just flowing. I love the live show because you never know where it's gonna go. Right? I had an idea to go for 20 minutes, and here we are, 45 minutes, and there's so much to talk about because it's a historic a moment that's going on, and I love the live feedback. So when people logged in are logging right now, as of right now, January 19th at 7:55 a.m. or 57:50 a.m., this is the message you're going to get. Sorry, TikTok isn't available right now. A law banning TikTok has enacted in the United States. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he gets in office. Please stay tuned. In the meanwhile, you can log in and get your data. So, again, as this is one of those things we've talked about on the show before, never wait for moments like this to happen before you log in and get your data. You should be doing that at least once a quarter. Some people will go overboard and download once a month. Very few people, very like 1%. I have always suggested, and you can go back in the tape, I have receipts to show I've told you to download your content from Instagram, from TikTok continuously, quarterly. You never wait. For one, it's not because I was worried about these app platforms being banned. It's because I have always said that if you lose your platform, you lose your profile for whatever reason, you have your data. When it says download your data, what are they talking about? They're talking about downloading your content because that's what you put on there. They're not telling you to download your name or to your bio. No, no, we're talking about your content. So the content that you put on these platforms, if you want them, there are ways to go on there into the settings and download them ahead of time. Don't wait until the platform shuts you down. Don't wait until they take your profile. But that's neither here nor there. If you've never done that, I understand. You can't know everything. That's why you're here. Uh, so what else we have on slides? What else we have on slides? Yeah, this is just another way to look at it. This is how it looks when you log in. Uh, and yeah, boom, there we go. So that's pretty much where we want to probably leave this for today. And if something else comes up later today, I will definitely come back with breaking news as soon as if there's some type of law change, rule change. There's so much more to break down around this. But when you talk about CapCut, when you talk about TikTok, when you talk about Lemon8, they're all banned right now because they're owned by ByteDance. Bottom line is U.S. government wants that sold to someone here in the United States. That way, China cannot just subpoena or summon all of the U.S. subscribers' information at any time. Did you know there's rumors that they have information? Which, first of all, I wouldn't even call it rumor. It's pretty much fact. So anybody who has access and you give them permissions to your phone, they can tell where you are. They can tell your patterns, what you shopping patterns, traveling patterns, likes, dislikes. That's valuable information. That's valuable information. And if someone wants to ever want to attack a country, if somebody ever wanted to attack a country, a lot of people don't want to hear this. So just giving you the opinion. Like it or don't like it. If you ever wanted to attack a country, what more valuable information can you get than the people who live there and their daily patterns and habits and where their vulnerabilities are? Just saying. There's no more better information you can get than that right there. Thank you, Coach Ruby. Appreciate it. Since always with the breaking news. Appreciate you as always. Please, if you're still this far into the show, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll be back with more. Appreciate you. Your boy is out.